Hello kids, we're here in the kitchen to show you a cloud chamber. And what's cool about a cloud chamber is you can use it to detect particles like alpha and beta particles. And why I brought this out again, I made it a while ago, is I had bought some uranium ore that I keep in this radiation case. And so I wanted to put it inside the cloud chamber and see if it increased the amount of particles I saw. So to make a cloud chamber is I use this like a lizard case, I guess, has a little mirror. Maybe it's a display case. First thing is that the way a cloud chamber works is that you have to kind of create a rain of I'm using alcohol in this case. And if you buy this stuff called heat, it's basically a fairly pure alcohol. It's methanol alcohol. So you get this at an auto store. So what you do is I have a felt up here and a mesh at the top. And I soak this mesh with the alcohol. Then you get dry ice, and I put dry ice in this box. And why you want a box is because it needs to be fairly dark. You're going to use a flashlight to kind of shine through the mist coming down. So I have a piece of metal here that I use for the base, another piece of felt. That's kind of where the alcohol, you'll soak this also with alcohol, as well as the top that's been in a mesh glued in the top here. So what you'll do is put dry ice. Dry ice, you usually get it at some sort of party store, or a grocery store might sell it. Buy a lot. Don't cheap out. It may cost you about $10, maybe $15 worth of dry ice. Make sure you have enough dry ice to cover the entire thing. And it needs to you need to let it set, and you need to get it pretty cold. And so if you skimp out on the dry ice, it starts getting wet, and it's gonna you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be going to get more dry ice. So just get enough so that you're gonna, it's gonna last. I put the dry ice down here, then I set this on top of the dry ice. This is soaked with the alcohol as well. I soak the bottom base here. Because what it's gonna do is create a cloud at the bottom here. And what you do is you put this in here, and you might see fairly quickly, you'll see rain of alcohol coming down. And you're not going to see anything at that point. You need to let it set. It'll probably take 15, maybe 30 minutes. And this needs to get very cold. I've tried heating this top, but as long as it's raining, as long as you see it raining, that's good enough. The normal air should heat this to let the rain fall down. You need to let it get pretty cold so that almost there's a fog on the bottom layer, and that's where the condensation, you're at this specific point of where the alcohol is cold enough that the particles will be able to vaporize that. So once you get that all set up, and it is nice to have the mirror. If you notice, I have a mirror in the back of that display. So this is more of a display case for like a football or something like that. So use your flashlight, and with it dark, you'll have to turn everything off. You'll put the flashlight like this and kind of shine it through into the mirror so that it comes across the lower mist. And when you have it at that point, after about 30 minutes, you'll start seeing particles, and the particles will vaporize the alcohol as it goes through it. And so you'll see some that go really straight, some are kind of short, and some might curve up. And I have videos of that, so that's why I'm not showing you doing it right now. It's just messy. And then what I did is I took out my uranium, and I ran 2 times, 2 minutes worth of without the uranium. And then I taped the uranium. It has a little baggie in here, using gloves, just in case. I taped it to the inside, the uranium ore. And this is legal to own, by the way, so I'm not some terrorist. So it's just ore. So it has, I bought some that they said it was pretty hot, supposed to having a lot of particle activity. But I saw a little bit of a change. It wasn't as much as I hoped. I thought it'd been like, boo, 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 like a laser show. But I think it did, it did detect some particles coming off the uranium, which I think mostly it emits alpha particles as it decays. So I'm going to show you those videos of with uranium ore and without uranium ore. So count basically how many you see there. I've done a couple counts, and I think it improved it by maybe 20% of what I see, just the natural radiation emission you see every day. So hope you enjoy watching the particle trails. I just like watching it. So just do a cloud chamber for fun is mesmerizing, just watching the rain come down. So enjoy the particle trails.